Good morning. Today, we're going to be talking about, are you a leader or a follower, right? So the title of this group is called Lead with Aloha, and I explain the concept of Aloha and the acronym of what it stands for, right? And if you haven't caught that broadcast, you can go up to the pin post or the announcement post and go check that out, right? And the reason why I am talking about this today is I was watching um, a show. Well, as I was in passing, right? I'm in my office. I'm getting work done, but I have to go to the kitchen to refill my drink. And so on the way to and from the kitchen, I passed through the living room and I saw my husband watching one of his shows. So I don't consider him a Trekkie, but he's a dude. He grew up in that era, right? And he's watching Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, right? I haven't watched TV for like an 8 year span of my life, so there's a lot of TV shows that I've never watched, and I never owned cable for like 6 years. I think I only had it for my kids. And then once they stopped watching TV and they were more into video games or playing on their phone, like I didn't need that. That's when I was single. And when we got married, I was a single mom for like 8 to 10 years, and my husband moved in with us. And after a year, I was like, I'm not gonna pay for cable. Like, why? Like, I don't even watch TV. I'm too busy. And but he's like, I want to watch sports. So I was like, okay. So for our 1 year anniversary, I was like, okay, let's get cable. So we ended up getting cable, and I kept getting caught up on TV shows and things. And he was watching Star Trek, the Deep Space Nine today, and I was passing through the kitchen, and there was an episode, and it was like one of the last seasons that was playing. Um, the BBC America has been playing like Star Trek Deep Space Nine on Mondays and Tuesdays, and they just been kind of running through the series for the last couple of months. I think they started during quarantine, and so I've been watching with him when I can, and like, oh, okay, this episode, blah blah blah, and then I get kind of caught up in the characters. So that's the main reason why I don't watch TV, so I get caught up in the characters, right? So this episode is about Benjamin Sisko. He's the captain, or not the captain, but he's the leader of the Deep Space Nine battle station. It's not a ship; it's a station. It's different than the other ones where they're on a starship, right? This episode was him in the holodeck playing baseball. So Benjamin loves baseball, and most of his things are based on baseball. And I was passing through, and I'm like, oh, I think this is one of the first episodes of Deep Space Nine that I've watched. And I was like, I totally watched this in the wrong order. Because if this is where I started off in the last season, totally in the wrong order. And I was going to talk about something different today, but what I wanted to share with you guys is, are you a leader or a follower? So, using the TV schedule as an example, right? I'm following the series based on when it's playing on TV, right? So I'm allowing the TV people to lead me. So I'm following the TV schedule, and so how to bring it back to what we're talking about in leadership and business and stuff. Are you a leader or a follower, right? When I first started out in my business, I was a follower. I'm like, okay, I want to start an online business. I'm so desperate. I need to get out of, these golden handcuffs. If you haven't heard the term golden handcuffs, it means being like trapped to your job. And you're trapped to your job because of the security and the sustainable income. And like for me, I was so desperate to get out of my golden handcuffs, which I mean, it provided me with a six-figure income, but I was so tired of being trapped to the schedule of my job that I just wanted out. And so I was signing up for all of these online business classes and courses and things to teach me how to get out of that, right? And so just trust me, I've taken pretty much every business class online that you could take. And I mean, of course, there are like a bajillions out there that I haven't taken, but I think I've taken a lot that you were thinking about investing in, or you may have invested in and you didn't see results. And I didn't see results either. And the only way that I started to see results was when I started to tap into what do I need now, right? What do I need now? And there's right, the Bible verse that says, for every, I forget what it is, but for every time there is a season. And it's that song, in everything turn turn turn, right? That song. And it's just talking about times and seasons. And at the beginning of my business, I was following these online gurus that were talking about, oh yeah, you need to have this set up, you need a WordPress website, and you need, this tool and that tool and that tool. And I kind of just bought into the hype of, I need this now, because if she's successful, then I can be successful by doing everything the way that she does. Not knowing that, there are steps that you need to take before you can start the automation part of your business. And because I was working 70 hours a week when I first started my business, right? I was still in the golden handcuffs, but I desperately wanted to get out. And so I was buying these programs to teach me how to quickly scale my business to six figures so that I could quit my job and just do my business full time. And just to be honest, the only way I got out of the golden handcuffs was working for someone else. I ended up becoming like an ops manager in an eight-figure business. And that's how I got out of the golden handcuffs. And I know a lot of people online who teach business and things, they didn't become free by, selling high ticket offers, or even selling, right? You start off with high ticket offers, or you start off with low ticket offers, and you drive Facebook ads to these low ticket offers and hoping, you ascend them up, right? That's the ascension model, where you ascend them up and they end up eventually getting into your high ticket program. Or you start off the other side, where you have a high ticket offer, and that's what someone calls the Tesla model, right? You start off selling high-end Tesla, and then as you gain capital in your business, then you can slowly start to add, scale down, so that you can sell Teslas to more people, right? And so there's two sides to the thing, and it took a lot of trial and error for me to learn, but the quickest way that I learned was being part of other people's businesses. And as I was talking to my tax person yesterday, and we're talking about how I'm going to grow and scale my business this year, as opposed to last year, right? When you start a business, you have to show business growth over a 3 to 5 year span in order for the IRS to not think that this is just a hobby. And I know there are people in here who have businesses who, like, you're not doing it as a hobby. Like, you really are putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, but you have no income to show for it. So all of that to say is, I've been there. Oh. I'm doing Facebook Live. Okay. Are you going golfing now? Okay. So my husband is going golfing. I have to babysit. Fun fact, My husband and I started collecting stuffed animals when we started dating. Our first date was just kind of like eating out. I love food. He loves food. We went to eat out. Second date, I already had kids who are teenagers. Carnival was in town, so we went to the carnival. He bought me this stuffed animal. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. My husband is very good at games and gaming and all of that. Like, that's just how his brain works. I really don't understand how he gets 3 million points on Bejeweled. I don't understand. Like, my brain doesn't work that way. Uh, and anyway, he's really good at games. And we ended up going to the carnival. And he was like, oh, um, do you want this stuffed animal, which is her, right? And I was like, you can't just buy a stuffed animal. How can you ask me if I want something? You can't buy the stuffed animal. And he's like, no, do you want it or not? And so he put down his money. It was a dart game, right? The dart game where you throw the dart and you pop the balloon. And yeah, it just took him a couple of tries. He popped the balloon and I got to choose my stuffed animal. He asked me if I wanted it because I love purple. Everything that I have or own, like my iPad cover is purple, my phone case is purple, everything's purple. And so that's why he asked it. He saw that she was purple and asked if I wanted it. Um, so that's a, so that's it's a segue, but it also ties into leading and following. I was under the guise that there's a system for getting this prize, right? I didn't realize that with skill, he shortcutted the process. He would actually guarantee that we would get the stuffed animal because he was highly skilled at dart throwing, which I didn't know at the time. I didn't know he was, at one point of his life, he was in a dart league. And right, he's very good at games of skill. And lo and behold, I got the prize. And so all of that to say, systems building, time management is just a skill. Leadership is just a skill. And so growing your business, it takes time, but it also takes, or it takes time to grow a skill. But it also means you have to focus on the right skill at the right time in order for it to to come into fruition. So let's say like, there was no way if he was still like a juvie dart player, there's no way that he could have said boldly to me, "Hey, do you want that stuffed animal?" Right? He had an inner confidence that he could get the stuffed animal. Like it was just crazy the level of confidence that he had when he said it to me. Do you want it? And it just kind of threw me off. I'm like, what do you mean, do I want it? There's this long, drawn out process of how to get a stuffed animal. Like, you have to play so many times, for the algorithm and all of that. And he's like, no. So he trumped algorithm, or like, those games are rigged, right? Carnival games are rigged. But he found a way to outwit the system because he had a skill. And so all I'm saying is, are you a leader or a follower? If you are a leader, you're going to find a way to build the skill that you need in order to stay in that optimum space. If you are a follower, you're going to be just kind of letting life lead you and kind of be just taking on these twists and turns in your life and in your business without focus. And also, so there's an announcement here as well. Leading and following. I'm following my heart, and it's been a while since there's been any engagement in this group, and there's so much that I want to share. There's so much that um, I think there's a skill set that I have and that I need to share, with people, but I don't think the people are here in this group. Does that make sense? So I started a new Facebook group for the upcoming challenge that we're going to be having. And if you are a business owner and you are looking to scale, if you're tired of being in the back end of your business, being stuck in the weeds, if you're tired of all of that and you want to create a solid system for your business so that you can start to sell the products that you have, right? I know a lot of you in here are business owners. I know a lot of you have dreams, goals, and visions, things that you want to accomplish. And yes, COVID kind of had us put a back seat on some of our dreams, but there are still people making money in quarantine. I'm one of them. And I kind of put, my coaching, my life coaching business on the side, and I started doubling down on the parts of my business that make me actual money, which is helping women build systems. And these systems allow them to grow and scale their businesses so that they don't feel stressed out every day when they are trying to serve clients. And this one client that I have, she just had 100K launch. 100K launch. Yes, she has a copywriter on her team. She has a VA that builds her websites, but she still does a lot of her own work. Like she enjoys graphic design, so she still does her graphics. Um, I came in to help systemize everything and build out a project management system for her. And she totally loved it. Everyone on the team, was so thrilled to have, a structure and a system that could be automated, right? Um, it's kind of like having like the comfort of knowing that every Sunday you're going to have Sunday dinner with your family, or every Tuesday night you're going to meet up with your girlfriends at life group, and it's just knowing what you're going to do each day and having time blocking. One of my other clients, who's a private client, and we do coaching together where I'm not doing systems, so we're just doing coaching. She and I are working on time blocking for her, and she works full time, and you know, um, she has a, a photography business. She was concerned that she can't take on any more clients. My connection unstable. Anyway, she's worried that she can't take on more clients because she is a service provider that is a done for you service. Like photography is a done for you service. But we've been working on getting her into a system, right? She's a creative, she's a photographer, but we're getting her into a system that works for her, a system that works around her life, around her children, so that she can feel confident to take on more clients. Does that make sense? And so the new Facebook group is called Systems That Sell, and that's basically it. You need systems in your business in order to sell confidently. Just plain and simple. In order to show up consistently, not even just online, right? There's a lot of talk around showing up online consistently, which is all fine and dandy. But if you don't have the back end of your business to support that, right? How can you open your doors to new clients and new money if you're still struggling if you're feeling overwhelmed in your day? How can you show up and serve your clients consistently, right? And yeah, I know I haven't shown up in this community consistently, and what's out of alignment for me is that there's no reciprocation, right? I'll do a Facebook Live and then there's no reciprocation. There's no one who shows up, and there's not like the title is called Lead with Aloha, and I feel like there are not a lot of leaders in here. And if you are a leader and you're not showing up consistently, then are you really wanting to be a leader? Are you really wanting to learn about leadership and how to stop being in the weeds of your business and being the doer of your business, but actually leading in your business? So, all of that to say, yes, consistency is key. Showing up is key. And yeah. So, how you show up will determine if you are a leader or a follower. If you are waiting for, if you're always waiting for people to tell you what to do, when to show up, then I'm sorry to say you're not a leader. If you wait for a notification or if you want to be tagged or things like that, that's pretty much a follower. You're allowing the algorithm to pretty much lead you. So right, if you're being led, you're the follower. Yeah. So just make a choice today. Are you going to be a leader or a follower? And if you want to be a leader and you want to create systems so that you can truly lead and serve your clients in a way that feels good, you can join the new group called Systems That Sell. And if you want to be added to the group, go ahead and comment below this video. I'm going to make another post leading people to the other group. And if you're interested, go ahead and comment below. So just to recap, well, actually, I just did the recap, so that's good. I'll talk to you guys again later. Okay, bye.